What else do you have, Steve?
We've got a snarky one from Paul here. Worst decision, ... Dan Hurley if he takes the Lakers job, or USA Basketball leaving Caitlyn Clark off the roster.
So the worst, I don't know if I could say worst. I guess from the PR perspective, I mean, there'd be more people upset nationwide if, Caitlyn Clark's not going to play in the Olympics than Danny Hurley takes the Laker job. Everybody's got an opinion right now on Caitlyn Clark. I don't know if everybody's going to have an opinion on Danny Hurley. They might go, yeah, he won 2 titles. Now's the time. He had a leverage play. He took advantage of it, and he's going to L.A., and he's going to get $100 million guaranteed, let's say. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good decision on his part. Caitlyn Clark is PR. That's where, how can they leave her? Once again, everybody's, out to get her. They don't want to grow the game. I understand all of those things. I don't think Caitlyn Clark's one of the 12 best players right now. Now, if you want to have popularity, she's number 1, and it's not even close. Team USA is dominating. They will dominate again. They always dominate. It's a given. They're going to win the gold medal. Do you want to have Caitlyn Clark on the roster? And if you do, who are you taking off? And how do you tell that person, hey, we want to have the popular girl on? And Caitlyn Clark has been playing basketball for almost 10 consecutive months now. She could use a break. I don't want to speak on her behalf, but from what I've seen, she's gone through an awful lot. I think this experience is going to make her better. She even said, hey, good luck to the team. Now, I got 4 more years here, and I can play in Los Angeles. She's only 22. Everybody on the roster, I think, is at least 26 years of age, maybe 27. And there's a couple of players who might not be able to make the roster due to injuries. Maybe there's still a chance that she's on the team. This is what Team USA is probably worried about. Caitlyn Clark's on the bench, and she's not getting any run. And then the fans get upset. Now, that was reported by Christine Brennan. And they're basing this off of, basically, do you get along with everybody? Does everybody like you? Here's some of the criteria with the committee. Evaluations are based on attitude, adaptability to the international game, likelihood of contributing to team success. Okay. I guess Caitlyn Clark could do all of that. But who are you taking off? And people are going to bring up Christian Laettner made this. Okay, nobody cared that Christian Laettner didn't play at all with the Dream Team. His job was basically to pick up duffel bags, laundry. They hazed him. And, if you're going to play against Angola and you're going to get 7 minutes, nobody was like, what about Laettner? Nobody cared. It's different. And people keep trying to bring this up. It's apples to oranges. It doesn't equate there. Caitlyn Clark is different. The most popular player in basketball right now. Basketball. All of basketball. Everybody's talking about her. Everybody's got an opinion. What's happened, how she's played. She should be on the Olympic team. There's jealousy. Race plays a role. Sexism everybody has an opinion about her. And it's not fair to the sport and those who are better players than her right now. Doesn't mean they're going to be. And in 4 years, she'll be on the Olympic team. But I think we're caught up in, just this magnitude of we want to protect her, we want to hold her, we want to hug her. Let her just be herself. Let her deal with it. Everybody wants to fight, have an agenda here. And so many people bringing in so many different things where you're like, wow, I didn't see that one coming. We're going to compare Caitlyn Clark to Elvis Presley. And I went, all right, didn't see that one coming.
Rangy.
And op-ed in Tennessee, I think, over the weekend, somebody brought that up. Caitlyn Clark and Elvis Presley. And I went, okay. I don't see that one. But once again, should she be on the team? I guess. But then who are you taking off? And she's not even the first player. As I said this before. Arike Ogunbowale should be on that team. If you're going to take somebody off or somebody can't play. she's had an unbelievable year, and she's earned it. 4-time All-Star. She's 27. Might be her only opportunity there. But we'll wait until it's official. But Caitlyn Clark responded to her being snubbed.
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there. And I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that. And, hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, she's saying all the right things. Knowing, how competitive she is, she's going to use this as motivation. But her motivation should be in the offseason and getting bigger or stronger, understanding this is a grind. And I think there's still a chance she's going to make the Olympic roster. Yes, Marv.
If Caitlyn Clark doesn't make the Olympic team, appointment viewing is going to be July 20th. The WNBA All-Star game is going to be the WNBA All-Stars against the U.S. national team. That's going to be one of those, over under Caitlyn Clark, at least shot attempts, because she's going to put them up against the U.S. team if she doesn't make the Olympic team, for sure.
That'd be good.
Her versus Taurasi?
Oh, boy. See, I wondered what role NBC would have played in this, because if I'm NBC, now, the former head of sports there, Dick Ebersol, it feels like Dick would have probably found a way to get Caitlyn Clark on that team, because this is a TV show, and the Olympics are really about your daughters, your wife, or your mom. That's the brilliance of what Dick Ebersol did with the Olympics, that he made it a family atmosphere to watch. That's why, gymnastics was so big, swimming so big, one of these sports that you can identify with. Now you have this incredible talent star, but she's not going to be in the Olympics. But I don't think she's one of the 12 best players. Not right now. Yeah, Paul.
If I'm in another country, I'd try to acquire her before the deadline. Canada, Netherlands, one of those countries. I have no idea her lineage.
Maybe check the family tree.
Yeah.
23andMe, all of a sudden, you got some country is going to claim her.
She's 1/8 Italian. Let's go.
Come on in.
Andiamo.
Yeah. Yes, Mark.
For the Dream Team in 92, who was the guy? Was Jordan the guy that you had to have on the team and everybody else was just kind of, a throw-in?
Well, it was open up the scrapbook. Here's your roster. You got Ewing and Mullen. You got Barkley. You got Mike, Bird, Stockton. It was just like, come on in, everybody. We're going to go vacation in Barcelona. Mike, you get to play golf every day, sometimes twice a day, even on game day, and let's go have some fun. And that's really what it was. That was the changing of the guard in the NBA, because that's when Magic and Larry and everybody else realized that dude right there is the baddest man on the planet. And they saw that when they did their pickup games. That's when they saw. That's when they knew. That was the one thing that came out of the Dream Team from the United States. What came out of the Dream Team is what you're seeing now around the world and the number of great players who aren't born here in the United States. Does Caitlyn Clark help you grow the game? She does. But that's not, apparently a priority with Team USA. They weren't concerned about that. Their goal is to win a gold medal. They're going to win a gold medal. Maybe they find a spot for her on the roster.